Happy Youth Day. How are you? How's everybody? Happy Youth Day. How's everyone? Happy Youth Day. How are you? How's everybody? Happy Youth Day. How's everyone? Happy Youth Day. How are you? Okay, sound check is okay. Hi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, greeting you in your time zone. Good to see you guys. Evan Zingambi, good to see you. Miss Ozzy, I am fine. I hope you're fine too. Yes. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are officially in spring here. The weather is changing, so it's nice, it's good. Oh my God, it was a long winter. It was a long winter, but thank God we made it out of the winter. It's officially spring here. We had a time change yesterday, so we are going to start having long days, which is good. We always look forward to the long days, which signifies the beginning of winter, and then we go to spring, to spring to summer. Yes, so welcome, guys. Share. Invite people. Today we are talking about the youths. Imiti kula empanga. Iteniwa youth, come on in. Invite everybody. Happy Youth Day. Lewis, how are you? Patson Mumba, good to see you. Michael Shwesha, good to see you. Viles, is it good? Jeff, I don't know, good to see you. Samson Muwawa, good to see you. Yes, but Danny Sinyangwe, as usual, I'm honored to have you on the page. So let's get started, guys. We're talking about the youths. The youth. If you're following on my page, I posted some yes, but man, Oscar, you can join the WhatsApp group. I'm going to share the link here. Yes, you can join our WhatsApp group. There's always some activity going on. Important information is shared. So if you are not in a WhatsApp group, if you're not in any WhatsApp group, I'll urge you to join a WhatsApp group. So over there, we are free to communicate. Yeah. So everything that we share in the WhatsApp group is private. If you share it, you are on your own. So, yeah. Join the WhatsApp group. I'm going to paste the link just here. And then you can join the WhatsApp group where we share information, different opinions, and just current affairs. We share it. Yeah. So I'm just pasting the link to you. If you're following. Sorry, that's my computer. Let me mute. How are you? I see, just post which country you're watching me from. I am seeing some names which I can't read. So post what country you're watching me from. You're welcome, everybody. We are here to talk to our youths. Yes, and I've posted the link in the WhatsApp group if you want to join. I posted the link right there. Yes, so welcome, guys. Good evening. Hope everybody's fine. Your families are doing fine. We are happy to be here. We are happy for health, good health. Hope everyone is doing fine in your families and you're also doing fine. So let's get started, guys. Today is a youth day. And I have some messages about the youth, for the youth, and just information That is important. I am teaching today. It's more like a lesson. Van Sokola, good to see you. Avena Kalumbila, love you too, love you too. Solwezi in the Bubu. Esther Banda, good to see you. Comments below, where are you watching me from? Share, share, share. Share, share, share. Let's get started. Our topic today is the youth. So I have a message and I'll just talk about the youth in general. It's educational. Tag a youth. Iteniwa youth munchende. Tag a youth. Important information that I'll be sharing today. Tag a youth. Tag a youth. Iteniwa youth. This page should be full because Zambia's population is 65% youth. Meaning the youth are people between entering leaving childhood, entering adulthood. So it's somewhere between 16 to 25. That's the rough estimate. So a youth refers to a person typically in the stage of life between childhood and adulthood. Am I youth? Irene Bizenge, good to see you, long time. Poasha Jacqueline, good to see you. I can't see the link. Okay, I'll post it to you. I'll reply with the link to your message. So guys, we are here to talk about the youth. Who is a youth? A youth is typically referring to a person in the stage of life between childhood and adulthood. While exact age of a youth varies between cultures, it generally encompasses somebody in their teenage years and early 20s. So if you have a child in their teenage, that is a youth. Not you people in your 40s, 30s, you are not youths. Youth's definition of a youth is someone in their teenage years, leaving childhood into adulthood. Yes. In our traditional society, we call it Ifisungu. We have many ceremonies in our culture to mark the transition of a person from childhood to adulthood. And we have different cultural ceremonies that we celebrate our graduation from childhood to adulthood. And the common way we do it is Ifisungu, mkashana ngakula, umulumendo ngakula, kwa ibali kwa taba mukanda ceremony and different kind of ceremonies. Those ceremonies, they are really important and they signify that umwana, a child, has now become a young adult. Bazain, good to see you. So we are here. You see why youths are celebrated, because as you enter youth, it's a point in your life where now you become an adult. And many things happen when you become an adult. Yes. Yes. So I see you will talk about the Constitution tomorrow. But today I just want to talk about the youths, because the youth is the future. In the Zambia population, 65% of the people in Zambia, they are youths. They are under 25 years of age. So someone in their 20s in Zambia, I would say 30s and below, you are a youth. If you are 35 or above 30, no. Youth in most traditional societies is from teenage up to 25. If you are over 25, you are no longer a youth. Let's make this clear. Yes. So that is the definition of a youth. But now before I talk about the definition of, before I talk about the expectations, I want to talk about expectations of the youth and also challenges that our youths are facing right now in Zambia. It's very important that we address these issues. I'm going to talk about expectations of the youth, the challenges of the youth, but before I talk about those, I'm going to talk about, I have a message to the youth. So my message to the youth this Youth Day on in 2024 is that we believe that the power lies in the youth. Imiti ikula empanga. We need a firm community actions and collective actions to acknowledge that every youth is important because the youth are the future. In the spirit of Ubuntu, the belief is the universal bond that connects all humanity. We celebrate the diversity and creativity and unique perspective that you bring to society. Your voices matter by youth. Your dreams should be continue dreaming, and your actions have the power to create positive change. As we mark this special day, let us reflect on the values that unite us. Compassion, empathy, and solidarity. Let us reaffirm our commitment to supporting one another, uplifting those in need, and working together to build a more inclusive and equitable Zambia for all. To the youth of Zambia, I say, continue to dream boldly, pursue your passions fearlessly, and never doubt the impact you can make in the world. You are the leaders of today, the architects of tomorrow, and with Ubuntu, our guiding principle, there is no limit to what we can achieve together. Happy Youth Day by youth. I know most of us here, we are not youths, but we have youths in our families. We have children who are youths. We have neighbors who are youths. We are in a community surrounded by youths. So reach out to the youths and share this message. The message is on my page. You can read it and share it in your language. Let us not make Youth Day about marching and celebrating, but Youth Day is to sit down the youths and educate them that they should know their value and that society is counting on them because the future, the youth is the future. I also want to talk about the challenges that the youths are facing. Hi, good to see you, Bambwembelo, Nathan, good to see you. So we are here, we are talking about the youths. And on this Youth Day, I want to talk about the challenges that the youths are facing. And the main thing that we have our youths are facing is unemployment, limited access to education, and the quality of education is very poor. We have healthcare challenges in Zambia, limited access to resources. We have the plight of being used. Our youths are being used by politicians because they are the majority of the population, and they are being used by politicians to get the vote. And once these politicians get the votes from the youth, they are used and dumped. So that's a big problem. We have gender inequality among youth is still a problem. More opportunities are offered to male than female, even though the females are higher in population than the males. So I just want to talk about these three things, the 4 points about what challenges our youths are facing. The challenge number 1 is unemployment. So I'm here to say that this is a national crisis Unemployment percentage is really high in Zambia. It's over 70 to 80%. When our youth graduate from high school or colleges or university, they are faced with a bleak future. There is no hope for our Zambian youth, but I'm here to encourage you. Even the current government, they campaigned very much and made promises, huge promises to the youth, that they will give them jobs, they will give them mining licenses, only to get their vote. So the youths, again, they were used and dumped. Even by this current government, they use and dumped the youths in Zambia. They were promised the sky, the moon and the stars, but our youths are still neglected. They are used and dumped, which is really sad. I'm talking about the challenges that our youths are facing. Also talking about education, our youths have limited access to education, and the current government brought in free education, but the current free education will produce half-baked students. Yes, the students or the caliber, quality of education is very poor. We have a high ratio of student to teacher. We have no equipment, books, schools, classrooms, challenges in the rural areas, accessing schools, especially in the rainy season. So all these are problems that we have to address and hope the incoming governments or the current government can put in measures to help our education system. Because as you know, if we have a poorly educated population, then even the chances of having an improved economy or country are bleak. Health challenge. Our youths are faced with a serious health challenge, especially a lot of our youths were born are orphans due to the HIV and AIDS pandemic. This is a problem we have to talk about. AIDS and HIV is a huge problem in the country. And there is a high rate of reinfection, and there is a high rate of prostitution due to unemployment. Our female youths are resorting to prostitution to earn a living. Just yesterday, I saw an article to say in Sesheke, the women, they are exchanging sex for fish. In the cities, our female youths are exchanging their bodies for pocket change to survive. We have a social media presence of youths who have sex scandals day after day. I'm not going to mention names, but you know it. You know what's happening in our social media space among our youths. There are sex scandals day after day. I am hearing things that I've never heard about young girls selling their abortions to make money. Selling their bodies to make money, having numerous abortions because they cannot take care of the baby once they get pregnant. So all these are challenges that we have. And I don't know what happened to Zambia, because we had organizations such as Tacinta, women's organizations who were there to help children, and programs such as YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association, Young Women's Christian Association, all those organizations, what happened to them? Those organizations should be stepping up to help our youth. But our youth are there to fend for themselves. Substance abuse. We have a high number of junkies. Our youths, because they have no hope, they have health challenges, they are resorting to substance and alcohol abuse. What are we going to do? On this Youth Day, I sit here and address these challenges and ask the relevant government institutions to put their best, deliver the campaign promises to take care of our youth. In Zambia, it's all about the youth because 60-something, 1/3 of the population is the youth, and they are neglected. Healthcare is bad. Resources is limited. Resources are there, but only a few can access them. And then a political participation, we see our youth who are used and dumped. Yesterday, I was watching Chama and Mr. Ground on a radio station. Is it a podcast? Talking about their political career. You know, these are young men who didn't even have an education, but because they have the potential to speak, they are used by politicians. And this is the thing that we are saying, to say, Zambia, we can do better. I'm asking you to join me and be a youth advocate. Teach the youth out there. I have content which I can provide you. You can start, if you have a passion for the future of Zambia, there is so many things you can do. In your communities, you can meet in a football field and just educate the youths how they can be better people, Let us volunteer to save Zambia. We can not all say the government need to do this. At this point, the government has failed. There are no youth programs. There are no after schools programs. Kids are in a school for 2-3 hours, and then they have all these hours doing nothing. I'm a teacher myself. And when I was going to school, or the normal number of hours for a child to be in a school is at least 6 to 8 hours. But now we have children in schools for 4 hours, 3 hours, and they have all this time with no programs, no after schools programs, no recreation programs. There are no parks in Zambia. But I can say, I'm just asking you, if you are a teacher, if you have a passion for youth, connect with me. Let us start programs in your communities where you are, in your neighborhood. Call the children, give them a lesson, do activity to build character and guide these young people. We have a lot of orphans in Zambia. A lot of youths are growing up without their parents, so they don't have mentorship. They are missing their mentorship from their parents. So we who are there, we adults, can start mentoring these kids. Some of them, they have parents, but the parents, they don't have the capacity to mentor their children. So let us start, backyard. If you have a house, you don't even need to bring these kids to your house. You can go to a field and educate these youths, because they need direction. Our youths need direction. They need to be taught what to do and not what to do. On that point, I come to expectations. What do we expect from our youth? Because this is very important. We cannot assume that our youths know how to behave or what to do if we never taught them what to do or how to behave. So I want to say that I'm going to talk about expectations. This information is educational information. You can share it with your families. If you have youths in your family, in your neighborhood, in your church. The church is another good way to educate youths. Let us use the churches to pass on important messages to youths. Youths, they always go to church. So at these churches, besides having the religious activities, it is important to educate. Any opportunity where youth can be brought together. Use those opportunities to educate the youths. I know a lot of youths go to church, they sing and whatever, choir, Bible, whatever, Bible study. But you know what? Zambian, African countries, we have been studying the Bible for so many years and our poverty is getting worse and worse. Here in the West where the Bible came from, they are regulated. They don't force the Bible on anyone. They don't force religion on anyone. Here where the Bible came from. But in Africa, we have putting too much time into religious affairs, affecting our ability to be involved in income-producing activities. This is a concern. Our youths, they are spending too much time in Bible study groups, choir rehearsals. Let us balance our activity. Here where the Bible came from, Christianity actually is banned in schools because they say that everyone have a right to choose the religion they want. And these economies, they are more even successful than African economies. In some countries, they don't even practice Christianity. But those economies, they are more successful than African economies. Get me right. I'm just saying, let us steer our youth in the right direction. The things that our youth are doing in these churches is mind-boggling. People spend hours and hours in the churches. When other countries, these youths are in factories, income-generating activities. Let us steer our youths into income-generating activities. Yes, we should go to church and pray, but it's time we start directing our youths into income-generating activities. I have seen this whole thing of youths, young men dancing all night in church. They are dancing. I've never seen that in where this Christianity came from. I've never seen where the Christianity came from, where people are dancing all night and all day. Youths, we need to take care of. We need to address this issue of where Christianity is being abused in Africa and they are taking away the time of youth to be involved in income-generating activities. They are busy in churches, dancing all day and all night, 24/7, 7 days a week, somebody is in a church. When our youth going to learn how to earn a living? If we have a society of allowing youth to be dancing and singing 7 days a week, 24/7. By Oscar, I see you. So we are here, guys. We have to talk at the facts, because the youths are the future. And now in Zambia, we have a situation where youths are spending more time in churches than in classroom. Umwana yako school 2 hours ainuka. And then these kids, they go to church the whole day. Overnight prayer meetings, choir rehearsal, Bible study. But you have a government policy of free education and the children are spending 2 hours, 3 hours in a classroom. What kind of generation are we going to produce? This is my question. Start thinking. Start thinking, Ben Africa. Start thinking. Me, I've never seen my Bible youth dancing like the Kwat Katwish. I've never seen youth, young men dancing in a church. Where the Bible comes from, where that Christianity came from, I've never seen that. But we see our youth dancing 24/7, Bible study every day. What time are you going to care about earning money and taking your country out of poverty? This is something to think about. And this, I want to challenge the government to do something, because the government cannot be having children spending less than 4 hours in a classroom a day and expect to raise a generation equipped with the knowledge that they need to build a better Zambia. Imiti ikula empanga. So we have to be strategic at making sure that whatever we do, these kids, if they go to school, they have the education they need to make Zambia a better country. So on this Youth Day, education, I was talking about education. We really need to hold this government to task to ensure that they deliver quality education to our youth. Otherwise, Zambia is finished. The way things are happening, we are producing half-baked students. It is not a joke. Think seriously about what is happening in our education in Zambia, and we have to hold this government accountable to deliver quality education. Personal responsibility. Youth are expected to take responsibility for their actions, decisions, and well-being. This includes managing their time effectively and making healthy lifestyle choices and demonstrating accountability in their interaction with others. A youth, they must take responsibility for their action. Now, I want to talk about this taking responsibility. Yesterday, I was watching that same interview of Chama and Ground. They were being interviewed. Chama and Ground were being interviewed by Mr. Mwamba, Honorable Mwamba. And the question was posed to Honorable Mwamba. Honorable Mwamba posed a question to Chama about how these two youths, those boys, they are very young. He asked them to say, why are you always insulting people? Why are you always insulting people? And should you apologize to, are you going to apologize to all the people you have insulted? And now the answer that those two boys gave, I think it was Chama who answered when he was asked to say, is he going to apologize? And he said, no, politics is dirty. Politics means sere. If you don't want to kutukiwa ukale kiama politics. Mwamona, that was Chama's answer. And you know what? I sat there and I was thinking, I'm like, okay. So that tells me a lot of things right there. That one, that Chama, he's uneducated. These boys need to be educated what politics is. Whoever educated them on politics gave them a wrong lesson. Whoever educated Chama and the Ground about politics gave them a wrong lesson. Because they are saying that politics is dirty, and if you're a politician, you need to be insulted. Mamona. So, this is what I'm saying to say, these youths, they are being used and dumped. They have no clue what they have put themselves into. Even when they are talking, I felt sorry for them, narrating their story, how they dropped out in grade 5, how they went to night school and wrote grade 7, and one of them is going to write grade 9. These kids are actually what we are saying here to say, they are being used by politicians, because Chama and Ground, after watching them yesterday, they have no clue. They have no clue what politics is, but from listening to them, they are intelligent young men. They are intelligent young men, and if they had the right education, those are the kind of leaders that we need. Because one, they are fearless and they are bold. They have courage, you know. They are well-spoken. But the only piece that is missing for Chama and Ground is education. That's why they are being manipulated by politicians. And for me, I would like to tell Mr. Mwamba to say, Mr. Mwamba, it was good he brought those boys and interviewed them, but he missed an opportunity to educate them. Mr. Mwamba just sat there and gave questions, was shooting questions, and the boys were answering. But the missed opportunity is, the Honorable Mwamba should have educated those boys right there, and then it is a teaching moment. Because they were there. And they were saying a lot of wrong things, but the things they were saying wrong is out of ignorance. For example, Mwamba should have educated a chairman ground to say, no, politics is not dirty. If you insult people, it is a crime. You know, you need to educate those people. So I actually want to advise Mwamba to say, in future, if you said that you are going to invite them, if in the next 3 days, if they are given the 50,000, please educate those boys. When you sit in front of such people, you educate them, because I realize that chairman ground, they are uneducated, but they are intelligent young men. They are fearless. They are bold. They have the courage. Now, social engagement. Moving to my next point, what we expect from the youths. Youths are encouraged to actively manage with their communities and contribute positively to society. Social engagement, which includes voting. Now, this is a big thing in Zambia because a third of our population, they are youths. So that's why you see, like, the youths are used and dumped. Right now, we have youths worshipping leaders like a god. No, it's not supposed to be like that. Youth, in your engagement with these political parties, know the manifesto of that political party. Do not support a person. Support the cause, what that person wants to do for the country. Youths are expected to explore potential career paths to gain work experience through internship or part-time jobs. So again, here I'm supposed to say, politics is a service, is not a career. We need to educate our youths. Like it told, again, I'll come back to the trending story of Chairman Ground. Chairman Ground think politics is a career. No, it's not. When you are helping in a political party, it's supposed to be voluntary. It's a service to your country. So we are supposed to educate our youth so that our youths develop other careers besides politics. This thing of using politics, of using youths in politics is where the problem is coming. And we can see it right front and center with what is happening with the Chama America and Ground. Because to them, they think politics is a career. It's not, it's a service. So if they understood, if they were educated, they wouldn't even demand that money from whomever they are demanding the money from. Because they will know that they provided a service. So again, our youth need to grow personally in careers, not in politics. And this is the problem we need to fix in Zambia. All our youths have been, they are in bunches supporting political parties as a career and expect to be paid when they are given some pocket change. No, demand the ruling government. In this case, the ruling party must create industries. They must create industries so that you get jobs. Let them deliver their campaign promises while you voted for them. Yes. So youth again must be reminded that they have a duty to the civic process. That is a service, is not a job. Youths have to be adaptable in a rapidly changing world. Youths are expected to be adaptable and open-minded and able to navigate uncertainty and embrace new opportunities. So this one is big because these youth, they are growing up in a digital age. And we find that there is a disconnect. There is a disconnect within us parents and youths because, for example, in my people of my generation, we just grew up in our communities. We were not exposed to other cultures and other regions of the world. No. But the youth of today, we are living in a global community. So as the parents, let us guide our youths so that they don't get lost in this new global age and technical age. It's a duty of us parents to continue teaching our children on our culture, our beliefs, and explaining to them to say, we have to be individuals. We cannot be adopting everything that we see. I'm going to talk about this because it's big. You know, we see our children undressing. There's a video going viral. This woman just in a small underpant walking down the house. And this is what we are saying to say, we need to educate our youth. If you go to certain cultures in the world, for example, in the Arab community or in Asia, they have access to the internet, but you don't see them copying everything they see. If you look at Indians, they have a rich culture, but you never see an Indian do some of the things that our Zambian children do just because they see something on the internet. Our Zambian children will do whatever they see. Whatever they see, they copy. And the problem now is coming to us adults in Zambia. We are not holding these kids responsible to stop, to direct these kids, to emphasize on our culture and tell the kids to say, it's not everything that you see on the internet that is okay to copy. We need to go back to our culture. Our government needs to be involved and make sure that our culture is respected. ZICTA is supposed to clean up the Zambian internet space and get, prosecute these youths who are misbehaving, walking naked, insulting. We as a country need to take charge and educate our youths. Coming to the last point about youths, respect. These are expectations. I'm talking about expectations. We expect youth to respect others, and you teach these things. The things that are happening now, Mr. Ground saying, politics is insult. No, politics is not insult. It's not. We need to educate our youths that politics is not insults. And I blame this to the adults of Zambia for letting this get out of hand. Adults in Zambia, past and present political leaders, you need to do the right thing by educating youths. Zambia police, is your duty, is your mandate to provide a safe environment in Zambia. But what are you doing? What is the Zambia police doing? Zambia police has become like a wing of the ruling party. There is no respect in Zambia. There is no respect. Certain provinces have immunity because they come from a certain region. They can come and insult anyone and nothing will happen. Let somebody from a certain region insult somebody, they won't sleep in their house. The police will arrest them the same day. So what are we teaching youths? We are teaching youths Sakapaturula and tribalism and regionalism. So I'm here to say the leaders of Zambia has a great task. I am waiting tomorrow to hear the speeches that these leaders are going to say to the youths. I'm waiting. Because currently what is happening is divide and rule. What kind of generation do you want to leave Zambia? If you leaders, past and present, you are deliberately dividing and ruling the country. These youths, they are our future. We have to teach them the right things so that Zambia can move forward as a united country. One Zambia, one nation. So as I end in closing, I would like to say, tomorrow I'll be here and I'll give my analysis of the general feel of all the Youth Day speeches that are going to be presented tomorrow. Because we need a message of one Zambia, one nation to be preached. Not only preached, we need that message to be lived. Meaning they should walk their talk. Zambia police should arrest everyone insulting. Zambia police must not do selective application of the law. Because we have criminals among the youths insulting. A criminal is a criminal. We cannot be choosing criminals from certain regions to have immunity. And then criminals from certain regions, they are being arrested. The same day they insult, the police will go and visit them. So I am here and I'll come live tomorrow to talk about what is going to happen in the country on this Youth Day. Because Zambia, we have a problem among the youths. Not quite a big problem. Our youths are misbehaving and we have the law. Zambia police is protecting certain people from certain parts of the country. So number, if wenga tuafwa Zambia ikashala shani, how are these youths going to live together when we are dead and gone? Because they'll always remember to say, these people from this tribe, their parents arrested us for saying ABCD. And their children, they were going scot-free for insulting certain people in certain regions. Yes. So, thank you so much. This is my message to the youths. I know most youths cannot even be here. They cannot afford bundles. But my message is to you people, whomever watches this video, take this message, make it your own, and let us have an impact in our communities so that we can have better youths.